Hey y'all, welcome back to Who Let the Kids Out. Today I'm talking about mistakes that homeschoolers make and how to avoid them. I am guilty of most, and I can tell you that these mistakes will cause burnout fast. So let's get started talking about the first mistake that we want to avoid, the most common mistake, and I am definitely guilty throughout my homeschool journey, is trying to recreate school at home. That is not what we're doing here with homeschooling. Our homeschool should not look like a traditional classroom. We have different goals and a different purpose. So if you spend your time trying to make everything look perfect like a classroom, then that is going to derail your homeschool journey. I wanted all of the school things at first. The apple on the teacher's desk. We needed posters on the wall. I need a chalkboard, or is it a dry erase board? What should we use? And I spent a lot of time and effort focusing on what it should look like instead of what is best for our family. And I guess the reason is because I didn't really know yet. And I knew that I could buy posters. I knew that I could buy markers. What if I get one of those cute little antique wooden desks? That'll help, right? They're precious, but it's not necessarily going to help their learning, and they probably won't even sit in it. Next, buying too much curriculum. I am guilty again. I love books, I love curriculum, and I want all the things. And I definitely felt, and still fight this sometimes today, that the more I have, the more resources, then the smarter my children will be. The better their homeschool experience will be, the better everything will be. That is not necessarily true. What that will do is overwhelm your child and frustrate you. So start simple and use what you have and build and add on as you go. Next mistake, not having a routine. If you don't have a routine, something or someone will come along and ruin your day, almost all of the time. So our routine did not look necessarily like a scheduled time. We did wake up the same time every morning. So choose a time to wake up, have breakfast, perhaps you have a chore to do. And our way of doing that was always starting with the same subject. Our family always began with math. First, we just wanted to get it out of the way. And if we started with math and English, then I knew if something did come along and ruin or disrupt our day, we at least got those two things in. Also, when you always start with one subject, we always started with math. When we opened that notebook, my children and I, it signaled our brain, we knew that it was time for school. My biggest disruption when my kids were in their elementary years was my dad. He lived across the street from us, and he would often come over to visit and see the grandkids, and he would have some kind of crazy candy that he got from the dollar store, and he wanted to show them the 5 feet of bubble gum or whatever it was, and it would disrupt the rest of the day. Somehow, that visit always turned into a trip to McDonald's with Pawpaw, and then they went back to his house, not back home, and the school day was over. So I knew when I saw his truck pull up, school was over. And that was okay because we had typically gotten those important subjects done early in the day. We'll talk about this later, but that was also okay because those times with their pawpaw were way more important than that fraction worksheet to get finished. We got around to the worksheet later, but we'll never get around to that time again. And so I'm so glad that they did have that time with him. Next, comparing yourself to other homeschoolers. We all know that homeschool mom who seems to have her life all together and she does everything effortlessly. She homeschools, she bakes sourdough bread, she keeps her house together and cooks dinner every night. I don't know. But You're sitting over here going, I don't even know what a sourdough starter is, and I can't drag my kids out of bed, and I'm a failure. You're not. You're comparing yourself to someone else, and you're comparing your children to something else. Comparison really is the thief of joy. You are doing a great job. So keep up the good work and avoid comparing yourself to others. Avoid comparing yourself to that homeschool mom that you see on social media. Avoid comparing yourself to me as a homeschooler. The last mistake I'm going to talk about today is expecting perfection. If you are expecting perfection from yourself or from your children, you are going to be disappointed, and I do not want that for you. Homeschooling is not perfection. Sometimes it's messy, sometimes it's wonderful, but always not perfect. And so don't fall into the trap of expecting your homeschool journey to look perfect. Goodness knows mine doesn't. And it's okay. It's successful. This is why I created a step-by-step system to walk you through those first steps of how to homeschool, how to start your homeschooling journey. And the link is listed below. It is a free resource for you. It will take you directly to my Teachers Pay Teacher store. And all you have to do is download that file, and it will take you through step by step. Coming soon, I will have a more detailed, in-depth, step-by-step system on all the homeschooling things. But for now, get started and use that guide to help you. I hope you have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.